Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Android app development for beginners. In this video we will see how to use up button with your Android action bar. Now in which situation you may want to use up button with your Android action bar. So for example, you have an app which have multiple intents and you want to navigate through these intents easily, then you may use up button with your Android action bar. So let's see first of all how we can use this up button. So for example, I want to have multiple intents first to show this up button functionality. So let's create some activities. Okay, so I'm going to create a new activity and this is going to be a blank activity, and I name this as activity A, for example. Okay, so this is activity A, and in the same way I'm going to create one more activity. So go to app, right click, go to activity, blank activity, and this time this will be activity B. Okay, so now I have two activities and one main activity. Okay, now I will go to my main activity, and to recognize that this is my main activity, I can give some message to it by using this large text, and I'm going to add this button here, and I'm going to change the text of this button and this large text by going to this text of this activity, and instead of large text I'm going to write main activity. Okay, and this button I'm going to name it as I want to open activity A from this button click, so I will say open A. In the same way I will go to activity A which I have created, and I will go to the design. Right now it has hello world text. I will delete it, and I'm going to take a large text and a button here, and I will go to the text here and I will change the text of this large text as activity A. Okay, so we know that this is our activity A, and the button I will name it as open B because I want to open activity B using this button. So open B. Now I will go to activity B design, and in here to recognize it I will add a large text here also. So I will just delete this hello world message and I will add a large text, and in the text I will change the text of this large text to activity B. Okay, so now I can recognize by going to the design that this is my activity main and I want to open activity A from it, and then from activity A I want to open activity B. Okay, and from activity B, for example, I want to navigate directly to my home activity or main activity, right? So first of all, let's create some code so that I can open my activity A from main and activity B from activity A. Okay, I will go to my main activity, and in here in the text area of this button I will create one more attribute which is Android on click. Okay, and this will listen for on click event of the button. Okay, and what I will listen for, I will listen for a method called for example open A, and in the same way I will go to my activity A and I will go to the text area of this activity A, and in the button I want to add one more attribute to open activity B. So I will create a new attribute called on click and I will listen for the method called open B. Now let's go to our main activity.java file, and in here we are going to create a method which will be a public method, and we are going to return nothing from it, and we will name it as open A, as we have done in XML file. Okay, the same name as this one. And as an argument, we are going to pass this view class, and inside this we just want to create an intent which can open activity A. So I will just call start activity, and I'm going to open this activity using new intent. So I will just create new intent, and this will take the context first and then the activity name. Okay, so activity A I want to open, so activity dot class. Okay, and this is going to open the activity A from activity main, right? Same thing I want to do in my activity A class. Okay, so I'm going to just copy this and I will paste this, but this time this will be open B, right? Because in our activity A, we have created this on click listener for open B method. Okay, so it will be open B, and instead of opening activity A, we are going to open activity B, and instead of this we are going to just use activity A context dot this. Okay, now let's run this program and let's see if it opens our activities or not. So my app is running now, and when I click this open A, right now we are in main activity, right? And when we click open A, it's going to open activity A, and when we click open B, it's going to open activity B, right? Now if you want to go to the main activity from here, you have no button or nothing to go back. You need to click this back button in your mobile to go to the main activity, and this is not convenient, right? So what we can do is we can add a up button to our action bar so that we can directly go to the home activity or home page. Okay, so let's do this. So what we are going to do here is we are going to go to our main manifest.xml file. So go to Android manifest.xml file, and in here you will be able to see your activities are added in here. Okay, so this is the activity A and this is the activity B. So in here we want to add the parent to these activities, right? So how we will do this? We will go to this activity tag of this activity A, and we will add a new attribute called Android parent activity name, and we are going to provide the parent name, which is our main activity. Okay, in a similar way for activity B, we will add this tag, which is Android parent activity name, and for this also we will provide main activity as the parent. Okay, now this up button is available, I think, from version 4.0 or above, I think. So below 4.0 you may want to add, or you may have to add extra tag called metadata. So go here and add a tag called metadata, and in here as the Android name we are going to call Android dot support dot parent activity. Okay, so and let's close this tag here, and one more attribute we want to add here is Android value, and this value will be our main activity. Okay, and let's copy this metadata tag from here and paste it inside our activity B also. Okay, now we will go to our main activity.java file, and in the onCreate method inside our main activity.java file we will just write get supported action bar dot set default display home as update enabled, and we are just going to set it as true. And now we are going to run our app. So our app is running now, and we can see this main activity. And when I'm going to click this open A, I'm going to go to my activity A. And in the activity A, you will be able to see this button, which is our up button, right? And when I click open B, it's going to open activity B, and in here also I can see this up button. And when I click this up button, I can directly reach to my main activity. So from my activity A also I can go here, and if I'm on activity B, I can directly go to my activity main. So in this way you can use up button in your action bar. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.